Welcome into the Upstate Pulse, or on the Upstate Pulse, or inside the
Upstate?
Upstate.
Are you abstaining from pulsing?
No. Well, you do sometimes.
Okay.
We are so glad to have you. It is a beautiful day. Yeah, I know it's raining, but we need rain. We desperately need rain. I don't think we're in a drought yet, maybe in some areas, but it was close. And it's spring. It's supposed to rain, except for we're in South Carolina. So it's technically goes winter and then summer, and spring doesn't happen.
I'm still not used to that.
It bothers some people. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me. I'm just not used to it yet.
On the show today, we are going to talk about the day that it is, which is May the 4th. And to the purists, and I've already seen them. I know one who I used to work with, and she is very, she seems to have mellowed a little bit. I know May 4th is not when Star Wars was released, but it's a play on words and it's funny. And again, all presidents weren't born on President's Day. So if a kid is born on President's Day, you don't go that he's going to be president. She's going to be president. It doesn't work that way.
Well, hold on now.
You pick a day and you celebrate.
That's news to me now.
Was your kid born on President's Day?
No, he was born on his birthday. But
yes, which could have been President's Day.
No, I wasn't. I always thought that all presidents were born. It just happened to be a coincidence.
Yeah, but you're not from here. All right. If this is the first time that you've ever listened to the show, we do not talk politics here, which bothers some people. I don't know why, but we don't need to talk politics.
Really bother them.
Because, it's the one thing that polarizes everybody. You know what doesn't? You're either a nerd or you're not a nerd. Well, I guess that does polarize. But if you're listening to the show, then you're listening to your people, and we would be your people. We're into nerd stuff like pop culture, and we're into video games, and we're definitely into Star Wars. By the way, if you want to be a part of the show, text line is 71307. If you are in Ireland, it is what, Odie?
7. It's not, because you can't text from Ireland. You have to.
But if you could.
No, if you could, then it'd probably be 876 125 879 387 221 865 871 111 285 71307.
All right. So anyway, no, it's 71307. You could have just kept it concise.
I feel like that's some sort of binary.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Whatever that was, he has alerted the soldiers to something. All right.
Binary would only be zeros and ones. If it had all those numbers, it would technically be hexadecimal.
I saw a 2 once.
You could throw some letters in there and it would really be hexadecimal.
Ooh.
A through F.
Is that what like nerdy witches cast upon you, is a hexadecimal?
No, you see, that's how
no, that's numerology.
That's
it's numerology. It's a totally different thing. Yeah. My Scientology might do that too. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Get Tom on the phone. Get Tom on the phone.
If you would like to watch this chaos, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X at either the Upstate Pulse or News Talk 98.9. No, it's actually more. It's 98.9 WRD. But there's a News Talk in front of it when you're talking about it on the radio, which we're doing right now. So it suddenly got hot in here. I don't know why. We are doing a lot of stuff today. Yeah, you do. It is also Cinco de Mayo. We are presently.
Is that not tomorrow?
It will be. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's an eve. It's Cinco de Mayo Eve. Cinco de Mayo means nothing other than it's like the 5th of May.
So we have pre-tacos.
We do have pre-tacos.
So it's the return of the 5th.
Yes, it is the return of the 5th. Exactly.
Does that mean I chop off someone's head?
Possibly.
No.
All right. Let me introduce you to our people in the room, starting out with Matthew Causey.
Hey, what's up?
And it's him. And then there is a guy who's not from around here. I think he might be from like Moore or something.
There's a certain type of person that gets on an aircraft and comes all the way to America, and you're looking at him unless you're listening to him, and then you're listening to him, and that would be me, I suppose. Kerry Gold for president.
That certain type of person is either a plant or he's running from the Irish Mafia. Maybe.
Look, we can't be both.
We can't talk about the Irish Mafia.
You're right. We can't. All right. And the other voice you hear is Darth Knox.
Hello. Happy to be here. The dark side is strong with this room.
By the way, there's no way he makes it through this entire show because it just got warm in here. The air stopped working or something. No, it didn't. It just got
challenged my power.
Yeah. Did
you mess with the air?
Yeah, I made it
cooler.
No, it feels like it got warmer. Which way did you turn it?
The cold way.
Did you turn it right or did you turn it left?
Yes.
You got to turn it left to make it colder. If you turn it right,
listen,
it makes it warmer.
I followed my icon, Beyonce's advice, and she said to the left. So I turned it to the left. Don't go all the way because it'll get really cold.
Yeah, but that would help out the Sith Lord to hear. And my pits are getting warm, man. I don't want that. What are you doing?
We can pretend it's Mustafar.
We could do that.
I prefer not to go there.
We can pretend it's Mustafar.
I remember when little Anakin went to Mustafar.
And the leprechans,
he doesn't like to talk about it.
The leprechauns went down there and there was sand everywhere.
All right, here's a way to quiet the room. Someone is facing the Nerf wall today.
It's gotta be me.
Well, the Tim rule is still in effect.
So it probably will be.
And the Tim rule says you can't lose 2 times in a row unless you tie. And I will tell you, there's a tie.
See,
but if
you keep saying but, I'm gonna have to dump you.
Okay, all right. Yes, that was too many booties.
Oh, too much.
Just because there's a tie, it doesn't mean there's a tie for last place.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it may not affect you at all. It might not.
Got the dice.
Yes. Oh. Well, they may or may not be necessary. Also,
Matthew just whipped it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
as he tends to do.
He is prepared. So by the end of the show, someone will face the Nerf wall. What we do is we pick wrestling pay-per-views or PLEs, like what happened today. Although we didn't pick this one, this was a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't want to do it 2 weeks in a row. So the person who lost will be facing the wall at the end of the show.
So who is not facing the wall?
Rob Brown.
Fix.
Good. Well,
this is the worst news of the night.
Yeah, I know. He's not here.
Coming up, Rob is not here.
Yes. I mean, it's a little obvious he's not here. He could be. He said he might be, and then he's not. So that's fine.
Hey, Rob, are you here?
No, he's not here.
He is full of deception.
Also, I want to remind everybody, in case you didn't hear, maybe you've been out of town and you're just tuning in, that coming up this Monday, our lineup is changing for the better, depending on what your opinion is of certain hosts. Tara is still in the morning from 6 to 10. Then following Tara is now Mike Gallagher. I've been here 24 years. When I got here, Mike Gallagher was on the air, and then his company decided to go elsewhere. He had to go with the company. Well, now he is back, which is pretty cool. So following Tara is Mike Gallagher from 10 to noon. Now you may say, but where's Bill Frady? Tell me Bill Frady's not off the air. No, Bill Frady's not off the air. Bill Frady has moved into that coveted slot noon to 3. So we start with Tara from 6 to 10, followed by Mike Gallagher. Joey Hudson's on from 5 to 6. So you got Joey Hudson 5 to 6. You got Tara 6 to 10. You've got Mike Gallagher from 10 to noon. Then we have Bill Frady from noon to 3, followed by Charlie 3 to 7. So there you go. And Gallagher will be in the building some. So
that Gallagher guy, wasn't he on an island for he went on a little cruise and he ended up on an island for 5 years and
possibly.
Oh no, that's
yes, Joey too.
That's
Chris.
Gilligan.
Yeah, that's
oh sorry.
That's totally. They might resemble each other if you're listening, Mike. I'm just kidding, not really. So there's that. So on
the text line we got hey guys, shout out to Kid Flaccid, happy May the 4th, which is also his wedding anniversary.
Wow. Happy wedding anniversary. Also, happy birthday to OG of the Upstate Pulse, Chris Evans. Today is his birthday. Oh, yeah. And we got to see Chris a little bit earlier because we were at Free Comic Book Day. Hopefully you had a chance to go out to Free Comic Book Day, which happens across the country on, I think it's the first Saturday in May every year. And we went to Borderlands Comics and Games. Pretty good crowd. And the crowd was still continuing to come in when we left. And you go up, you get a choice of 7 comic books, some really good ones. I had the fortune of having the owner of Borderlands Comics and Games, that would be Rob Young, tell me, hey, this book right here is really good. Get this one. And it was a Conan book. And so I haven't read it yet, but he told me to get that one. So I did.
But it's not only that. He actually
Barbarian or O'Brien?
Yes.
He said to me as well that I went and I got 2 comic books that I like the look of, a Star Wars one and an X-Men one. I just said, hey, Rob, listen, I'm getting comic books for a 4-year-old kid. He's more than interested in the the actual comic itself, and I'll read him the story. And he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, you got to get the Snoopy one, you got to get the Asterix and Obelix one because you're European, and you got to get some other ones." And he, same as that. He was like a fountain of knowledge.
Yeah, not just him, but Dante was there. Dante's been on the show, and he was helping out Chris's kids find the comics that he thought that they would like, and he was, how about this one? Oh yeah, I like that one. Yeah. So that's what they do at Borderlands Comics and Games. You go there, they're going to help you in any way that they possibly can, and you're not pressured. They don't make commission, so it's not one of those, hey, let me get you into this nice comic book over here. It's a beauty.
Really good on you.
That's right.
It's car salesman.
It's a brand new model. You're going to love it.
You're going to love it. It comes with 0 miles and 5 miles down.
By the way, I don't need to talk to my manager because I am the manager.
It's like that speeder jockey on Tatooine.
Used car salesman, the one evil greater than the Sith.
Well,
we can all agree on that.
And that guy who sells death sticks, that's a bad guy.
I want to buy some death sticks.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk some Star Wars. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of pop culture.
Primitive audio technology.
Well, salespeople are people too.
No, they're not. Berate them.
They should sell some more Lonzo stuff. That's all I'm saying. Because Lonzo would like to have some more stuff sold, and Lonzo knows how to sell things. So Lonzo should be getting some more sponsors because sponsors love Lonzo, and when Lonzo gets on it, he's gonna make some stuff get sold and gonna make some people money. That's all I'm saying.
People who tend to make money refer to themselves in the first person.
They do. I don't know if you can be heard or not.
What? I'm going to just say...
That's true, Dave. That is true.
Just do it. Just do it. Just leave the hood up and just do it.
Can you not understand?
Not really. And I keep turning up your volume.
Yes, I understand everything you're saying, but I don't know how your levels are.
You're up as far as I can put you.
Well, considering there won't be anyone louder coming.
He's talking about Rob Brown. Oh. But no, if it won't go up any further and you're barely kicking it, then you're going to be too low compared to everybody else.
You're not even kicking it.
And people are going to think there's a problem with their radio. And so.
Yeah.
Should I just talk louder?
No,
you should probably take.
You're muffled.
You should probably take it off. You don't have to do it in front of the camera if you don't want to. Or maybe you do. I mean, I don't know.
You like an audience. I don't know.
Take it off. Take it off.
No, that's kind of weird. Oh,
it's like an unboxing, if you will.
It's an uncamming.
Yeah.
Except no, it's not.
Wait. It's Cameron.
Oh, look, it's Cameron.
This is Cameron. I didn't know. Matthew.
All this time.
It's Cameron. He took the thing off. It was Cameron. I didn't know.
Whoa.
I didn't know. I thought it was an actual Sith here. And no, it was Cameron. There he is. Wow. I didn't think you were here today.
I'm a master of disguise.
You are. You are. That's exactly what you are.
Master of disguise.
I like to ignore that. I like to diss everybody, not just guys.
you disguise.
Equal opportunity disser.
But I won't disco. Not anymore.
Because it's dead.
Do the hustle.
Oh, yeah.
It still works.
It still works.
It does.
I need to turn you down now a little bit.
Yes, because I am here.
Oh, no. It is. It is Darth Pappy. That's scarier than the mask. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now it looks like some satanic video from the 80s. This is weird.
Hey, Dungeons and Dragons. Here's the thing about the Satanic Panic. They got it all wrong. Dungeons and Dragons is like an infomercial on not making deals with demons and devils. They will always mess you over.
No, they won't.
But imagination can be considered evil and opening a window to demons.
Well, those people don't like certain notes played, and
yeah, well, there is.
Well, you see, some people
that evil. That G.
Yes.
All the chords that we play in.
Yes,
are all evil.
The best chord.
G. According to certain people.
Some people struggle and fight with their inner demons. I cuddle with mine.
Yes, there ain't nobody doubt that. Ain't nobody doubt
Big
that.
spoon. Yeah, baby.
By the way, I just want to say that the best commercial on TV right now is the Old Man Air Force Squadron putting on the
that's
the VR stuff, and then suddenly they're young again.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then the little girl's like, "Grandpa, I'm on your wing," and then the little girl's flying next to him. That is so cool.
Who's Lone Star?
Wow, what a coinkydink.
How did that happen?
That's because he is one. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. I got to say, our rejoin, that's my favorite band, man. They broke up way too early.
Cantina Band.
Yeah, they have a name.
Yeah, Cantina Band.
No.
What is it?
We looked it up before. I can't remember the name. They have a name. Hey, Matthew, do you know the name of the Cantina Band from Star Wars?
No, I don't. I don't remember.
I know they're Bith.
Yes, the All Bith Band.
Yeah, they're Bith. No, it's the name of their species. They're Bith.
Oh, right.
Dude, where are you going with that? They're Bith.
I know. I just thought you had a lisp.
No, that's what you were hoping
I thought
for.
Mike Tyson was after walking in telling us that they were bit.
Yeah. I thought you were saying that I called somebody something, and it's like, no, I don't say that.
Oh, like a female dog? No,
yes,
no.
Yeah, okay.
We don't use that word.
Exactly.
Well,
don't say we.
Figure and Dan.
I do.
Figure and Dan and the modal nodes.
The modal nodes.
The modal nodes.
Yes. Matthew could be a modal node, I think.
He's got that modal node energy.
Yeah, you do.
I tell you what he has got. He's got the Wolverine chops going on.
He does.
And he looks dashing.
He does. He absolutely does. Hey, they're looking for a new Wolverine.
Can you say you're the best at what you do, and what you do isn't very nice?
No.
What if I asked politely?
Slightly less affirming, no.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
Flattered, no.
All right.
We had the carrot. Now here's the lightsaber.
All right, we have a question for everyone out there. All right, I have a question for everyone out there. We're going to do our top 3 of some Star Wars things. No, Star Wars wasn't released on May 4th. I think it was like May 25th or something like that. But what it comes down to is it changed the industry to a degree when this movie came out, because people had never seen anything like it. And since then, there's a ton of things like it, but not the original. And I just want to say, hey, there's Thanos.
Is it Thanos?
There's Thanos.
There he is, right there.
Things that we heard while in line to get our free comic books. Yes, it's fun just listening to people having a discussion. Shout out to everyone who decided to bring their kids for the first time, or their grandkids, to get new comic books. All right, Star Wars movies. There's been anger on this program and other programs, and I'm sure that Matthew has a strong opinion on certain movies. I'm a little bit nicer, I think. I don't know about Odie because we haven't really discussed these.
Odie
is
not nice.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, just before you do. Someone's after texting in that the Facebook stream isn't working. If it's not working on the one that you're trying to get it on, try it on the News Talk 98.9 Word. It's on text, not on the stream, Lonzo. You can try it on Odie Fitzgerald. It's on that one. It's on Lonzo's personal one, and you can get it on YouTube as well. So if it's not working on the Facebook page that you normally watch it on, try it on one of the different pages. Okay?
Or X or Twitch or
X, or just like stay listening online. Or on the radio.
Yeah. Or if you missed anything, you can download the free Odyssey app and you can rewind and listen to. Did Odie actually just say that? And you can rewind and find out. Yeah, he did.
Rewind.
Yes, exactly. So there were 11 movies so far. There's going to be some new ones, but there are 11 if you include Solo, or the worst movie ever made in the history of mankind, and that would be Rogue One. Don't point at me. It was horrible. There is no hope. There is no hope. And it retconned, and it's just, I hate retcons. And people, it's so great. Yeah, everyone died. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, but it tied up. We all knew they were going to die. A lot of people died getting this information for us.
Yeah, but someone had to get anyway. So who actually made the thing? I don't know. Was it the bug people on the one planet? Was a Bothan spy actually get it and bring it there? I don't know.
Also, there were no Bothans in that movie.
Yeah, so stop retconning, okay? What a horrible movie. But that is my opinion. And I think people love that movie because it's popular to love it. It's one of those, oh, everybody else loves it. If I say I don't like it, people are going to ridicule me and look down on me, but I don't care. All right. I'm the lowest of low. Rogue One sucks. All right.
Lonzo, there's not too many people, in all fairness, that can look down on you with your big 6'3" head on you.
I don't think that I've ever really heard the popular opinion being that people love that movie. It's always just kind of been that it's all right.
People,
that's all I've ever heard.
I know 2 people right away, and then a ton of people on stream who will defend that with their life. And I don't get it. I don't get
like
it.
it.
It sounds like an anecdotal group. The popular consensus online is generally that it's all right.
So I'm guessing it's not in your top 3. We're going to talk about our top 3 movies. Now, the original 4, 5, and 6, and then the prequels, which some people really disliked, and then the other ones that some people really, really still hate. So, have you guys numbered your picks? You know what your number 3 pick is?
Yeah.
All right, let's go with Odie first. What is your number 3 favorite Star Wars movie of all time?
I would say it's The Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
Okay, why?
The battles with the clones and Order 66 when that came in, I was like, because I actually wasn't expecting. I knew something was going to happen, but I wasn't expecting Order 66. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a grown man and I cried like a little baby.
You mean Revenge of the Sith?
No. Oh yeah.
So which one is it?
Yeah, well, okay. So Attack of the
You're being corrected right now all over the stream. So
I mean,
don't get Star Wars knowledge wrong, Odie.
You can just sit in your little towers. And...
that's true. Do we noob him for that?
No, because it's nothing to do with production. Idea. It's to do with my dumb intellect.
It's true. You can say dumb things as much as you want. So
okay, well then in that case,
should I strike him down?
I'm going to say that Revenge of the Sith is my 3rd favorite, and I said my 3rd favorite. And the Attack
excrement or the number?
No, yes.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite turd? Or?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
It was like,
is that an Irish thing, or is that just
Can I tell you a story in an ad break, and I'll let you know if we can. Yeah.
Okay.
And then my second one would be Attack of the Clones, which I really liked. And
we're not doing the second one yet. We're only going 3.
So you only want my 3rd?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I do. Matthew, what is your 3rd favorite Star Wars movie?
3rd.
So it was a bit of a toss-up for me, but I decided that my 3rd, I feel by a very slight margin under my 2nd, is A New Hope.
Okay. All right. So which was the very first one back in 1977, I believe. And one of the first movies that I recall, because 1977, I would have been, I don't know, like 9, I think. And not 19, only 9. And it's the first movie I ever remember people standing in line and going around the corner, people trying to get in to see the movie. All right, Cameron, what is your 3rd favorite Star Wars movie? By the way, I see that you guys are scrolling away, as all the bigwigs here say on the stream. We'll get to all your stuff or some of it in just
most
a second.
Of it.
Yeah.
A little bit of it.
Yeah.
All right. So this was a bit of a in-between thing for me too. But I think The Phantom Menace kind of wins out for me.
Oh, Get Out.
Because it was the first one I saw in theaters. It was what I saw as a kid.
Terrible.
It was not terrible.
It wasn't.
It wasn't made for you.
Yes, it was. Liam Neeson was in it.
No.
Irishing it up.
No, it was made for Cameron.
Yes, it was made for little 6-year-old me.
It was also made for, Matthew.
How did you manage? Do you know George Lucas?
He did say it was made for kids.
He said it was made for kids, and all the people who get angry, they're not kids.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
because honestly, Duel of the Fates is an amazing track, which everyone kind of likes.
Yeah, I've had this
regardless
argument
of whether you just like the prequels.
Yeah,
there are bits of that
There's something good in every movie. There's something good in every movie.
Phantom Menace, I would say, of the first 6 is probably the most polarized in terms of the highest highs and lowest lows, because I think like Darth Maul, some of the soundtrack and things like that are absolutely amazing. But then you've got a lot of other things, some of the comedic relief that just falls really flat, and you're
not a fan of Jar Jar.
Not a fan of Jar Jar. A lot of the
Matthew, you're so thinking we're gonna die.
Attempted political intrigue that is just kind of people sitting around talking about stuff with no context and in a very diluted. Let's just do a big wide shot on this of everybody talking. Wow, that sure is interesting cinematography.
I also don't like the Republic.
Did you like the pod race?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. There's everyone else's number 3. My number 3 is going to be controversial.
Go on.
So
enlighten me on
not for controversy's sake. By the way, for Phantom Menace, I got Cameron out of school, and it was daycare because I think you were younger. Yeah, you were younger than
I was little.
Yeah, I got him out of daycare, took him to watch the movie, just me and him, father-son time, and he sat still and was enthralled by the movie the entire time. And the parts that were for kids, like Jar Jar, he loved.
Yeah.
So their demographic, who they were going after, it worked. And as many people hate the movie, it made a lot of money. I know, so well, that doesn't mean it was a good movie. Okay, a lot of people went and seen it.
Yeah.
And
I queued up and went to see it. I mean, that's
all right. My number 3,
your third one,
and I'm wielding my lightsaber ready to fight. Yeah, it's a Cerber. It's a Cerber. Is The Rise of Skywalker. That's my number 3.
The Rise.
Look at Matthew, and here's the reason why.
I think we broke Matthew.
It's the Evil Choir. We talk about there's little things in each movie that some people. The Evil Choir just killed it for me. I love that. I thought that was great.
It took me 30 years to acquire this MIDI choir.
Yes, as other shows continue to build how Palpatine was able to clone himself, I think some other people will come back around and watch the movie and realize it wasn't as bad as they say it is. It comes down to
after the show fix it.
People don't like Rey.
Somehow
I get it.
Palpatine returned.
Yes. Cloning never happens anywhere.
No,
cloning happens in real life. There's someone next to you that's a clone.
That's literally the line.
Yeah, but he was there. I mean, you don't know, man. You weren't there. He was there.
By the way, I told you what I would say would be controversial. I love the choir.
I'm not controversial.
I love the. Let's go to break. I love the choir. I thought the choir was great. And
Rise of Skywalker, my second to last.
Okay, all right, that's fine. That's why we have lists. There are going to be some that some people like and some that some people don't. Mine will be the most controversial pick out of all of us. All right, we're going to continue this when we come back. You're listening. By the way, text us your top 3 Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
71307 or 71307, depending on how you count, or Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
What were we talking about that I said I was going to tell you the story?
That was hilarious.
Then the robot chicken thing with it too. Did you see that?
Oric, wouldn't be the first time I've been muted.
That was them playing off of that.
Yeah. No, I know.
What were we talking about?
My entire career has been people trying to mute me.
He shall not be silenced.
There's an entire fan base of a school that's in this area who would love for me to be muted.
That agriculture school?
It has to do with cows. Yes.
What was the story? What were we talking about when I said I have a story?
Dude, I don't know. I can't be everyone's memory. I'm losing my own.
So yeah,
I agree, Oric. Jar Jar as a Dark Lord, that's just amazing. All those pictures and that theory, that's such a good theory that he's the one that caused all this.
Yup. He gave the power to Palpatine. It was him. He did it. Literally.
Your guy, Oric, wants to see your lightsaber again.
I showed it to him.
Did you? Okay. Probably should have worded that differently.
It's okay. I've shown my lightsaber to several people, including everyone in this room.
Stop it.
Stop what?
Diddly-dee.
By the way, Duna Bros, a lot of people would like to see me fired too. Whatever.
Wrong universe. Orc. Begin D&D. Or Divinity.
People stop trying to make me leave my house. This is my house.
About the turd?
Dude.
It's going to bug me now.
What?
What were we talking
was
about?
saying the
When I said,
thing,
"Oh, I have a story about that,"
and then
but
there
I'll
was
tell
this
you off air.
thing. Yeah,
I have
dude,
no
you
idea.
didn't elaborate to the point where we could remind you of what you were. What? Yeah,
You basically said, remind you of this, the story I want to tell.
yeah. Hey, Odie, you said to tell you that there's a story you want to tell us.
What's the story?
That's basically
Odie?
what you said.
Odie, what's the story?
Morning Glory. Yeah.
Yes, but he's a character actor. When he gets into character,
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't matter the conditions. He's going to persevere. He's going to follow it all the way through to the end because that's what he does.
Mama didn't raise no chump, yo.
Okay, Wayne, I see you.
5, 6, 1,
I can see that.
5.
See, there's someone else who thought. I mean, Wayne has
Why?
got Phantom Menace in his top 3.
Well, I mean, look at the end of the day, it's night.
That's also the sound that a racetrack makes when someone's hitting you with it. Not that I know. I saw neighbor kids get whipped with racetrack all the time. It seemed like it hurt. It left marks.
Hey, you've got to hide your love.
I was very tempted to put Return of the Jedi as number 3, but
Revenge of the Sith is my number 4.
What's your least favorite?
Solo.
mine.
I liked Solo.
I like Solo too.
I
I thought it was
I like
fun.
Solo too.
I think people wanted it. Well, it's just it was fun. That's what it's a Ron Howard movie. It's going to be fun. That's what he does.
Got a couple of texts.
That boy Opie.
What? Beat me with it. I'll enjoy it.
He isn't that
That's
kind of
why I
movie.
haven't hit you with it. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Odie and Cameron and Matthew having fun on a May the 4th. If you want to be a part of the show, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or the X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WRD. Find one of them. I mean, one of them hopefully will work for you. And you can text us at 71307.
Guys, both us up to
Read the text.
Do you know what? You can just anyway.
I forgot about our earlier conversation. I apologize.
No, sorry. Both us obtained intel for the second Death Star from Return of the Jedi. Both us. But anyway,
It means Bothans.
okay,
Yes.
Bothans. Okay.
Bothan spies.
Ah, yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
Bothan Spies was the second Death Star, not the first one.
Yeah, so
I
they
don't know if I'm buying it.
obtained it. Well, I mean, they're not selling it because they stole the plans.
I'll have to check the tape.
I am going to throw something at you, probably Cameron, and then someone.
I want to
would be
see
a
you do
lot.
that.
And
I
then
do.
someone says, guys, The Last Jedi is my favorite, and I think the worst is the 1978 Holiday special. Oh, the holiday special with the Ewoks.
Holiday special was pretty
I
bad.
want to count that as a
That's
movie,
not a
but it's the
movie, though.
worst,
That's a holiday.
but
That's a
yeah,
special.
it's
So,
just a
Is
special.
how long is it? It's a feature length film.
no, it's not. It is not.
It's like 30 or 40
Yeah,
minutes or something.
it's not that long.
Okay.
I was about to say, if you
Maybe in
mention
your
around Harrison
memory it
Ford,
was
he'll
longer
strangle
than
you.
that, but it's not.
I don't
It's-
know.
Yeah, and it's yeah, the Ewoks
Oh my
were
gosh,
pretty
it's
bad.
2 hours.
Is it
What?
really?
You see, it's
Yeah,
a film.
but it's not. It was
It's a
it was a kind of a variety special.
You're
There were a bunch
you're
of different things
you're
on
a
there.
bunch of different things.
Well, I was there and you weren't. So there.
I was about to say, if you called him a variety special, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all I can read out. A lot of cheese. A lot of cheese.
All right. So let us get to our number 2 pick. By the way, let's see. First on the stream, Duna Bros says his number 2 is Return of the Jedi. His number 1 is Revenge of the Sith. I'm guessing his number 3 is up there somewhere.
So I'm just thinking, you wanted first of all, you wanted my
somewhere.
third, and now you want my number 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I'm not going to you next.
Just do the Attack
Matthew,
of the Clones.
Matthew, what is your number 2?
So my number 2, I mentioned that my number 3 and my number 2 were a serious toss-up. I could go either way depending on how I feel. My number 3 was A New Hope, and my number 2 is Return of the Jedi.
Okay, yeah.
I liked the conclusion of a lot of the character arcs, and I felt like that was just enough to push it slightly past A New Hope right now.
If I recall, when I went to see Return of the Jedi, it was called Revenge of the Jedi, and then they changed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you saw it with the original title first.
Yes. And a kid that I went with, we'll call him Charles, decided to go Revenge of the Jedi, and then he walked over a car. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? We weren't old enough to do. I mean, he just walked up the trunk onto the roof, over the hood, and then jumped. It was a delinquent. All right, Cameron, what was your number 2?
Delinquent.
My number 2 is Empire Strikes Back. It is probably one of the more impactful movies throughout the entire series. You have the big bomb of Darth Vader as Luke Skywalker's father.
What?
Everyone gets wrecked. It's a fun time.
Hold on a second. Spoiler alert.
And I mean, you have your first appearance of Yoda. You have like the deepening of the lore that you have set up from A New Hope. So yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
All right, Odie, what is your number 2?
I would say that my number 2 is probably A New Hope. That's pretty much it.
Oh, you're not going to talk about why it was your number?
Well, yeah, because we get to meet Ray for the first time.
That's not a new.
Oh, is that? Oh,
yeah.
I really hope we get to shoot him later.
Yeah.
Like, is that not? Oh,
By the way, the first person safe from the Nerf Wall.
Why is Odie on?
The first person safe from the Nerf Wall
Was Rob Jones, we already said.
No, that's Rob Brown.
Rob Brown.
Rob Jones.
Too many Robs.
Yeah,
too many Robs. I know too many Robs.
Yeah,
Rob Young,
Robs.
I think Rob Young is safe as well.
All right, the first person who is safe from the Nerf Wall is Odie.
I hate this.
And by the way, Odie did not finish last.
Oh,
So the Tim rule did not have to come into play.
you see,
Yes. Well, it does come to play. You can't lose 2 times in a row, but you didn't lose. So there's that. All right. So my number 2 is Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
I mean, just the battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and at Borderlands Comics and Games today,
Yes,
they had 2 action figures set up. They had an Obi-Wan figure and an Anakin figure, and underneath the Obi-Wan, it says, "I have the high ground."
Yeah, I saw
it. Was great.
It was Cameron as well.
Yeah, it was really well done. But that battle was great, and I really enjoyed that. The Padme thing, not so much. About how and it's the first time you technically see Darth Vader. If you were like a little kid and were watching them in order, that would be the first time you saw Darth Vader. And there might be some people out there, their first Star Wars movie was Phantom Menace, and maybe they watched them in order.
That's what I started on.
I believe that my wife has not seen most of the Star Wars films.
Hey, you're even into it or not. Dunabro says Padme's death was cheesy. It absolutely was.
Yeah,
it was.
Without a doubt, it was. All right, let's go ahead and take our last break for the hour. When we come back, we're going to tell you who our number 1s are. Please continue to let us know what your top 3 Star Wars movies could be. I don't know. Text line 71307. We are live also on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and the X. And we don't say it enough. During breaks, the show continues, so check it out there. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Yeah, Viper Dave, that's my handle on most things. If it's OD1, OD1.
You say Odie Wine? Odie Wine?
Well, no, it's pronounced Obi-Wan. There's a Juan.
Juan? Obi-Juan?
Yeah, it's the Mexican Star Wars.
Hello.
Obi-Wan.
It's Cinco de Mayo. Here's Odie Juan.
Odie Juan.
Yes.
Ole. Ole Juan.
Ole Juan. Okay.
But yeah, no, I use OD1, ODONE for my handle on most things.
I did not know that. Even though
or Quagmire.
I was joking.
You've seen Quagmire, haven't you?
Yeah, I know who Quagmire is. Yes.
That was a handle that was given to me by a few people.
Okay.
We can totally see why.
All right.
So I have a story.
So not Boonhauer.
Have a story. I was going out with a girl years ago, and she said to me, What? This was back in Ireland, so not my wife. She says, Odrin, why do all your friends call you Quagmire? And I was like, oh, I don't know, probably because I fly aircraft. And she was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, I suppose, because Quagmire is a pilot in Family Guy. Nothing to do with the fact that I was a delinquent.
A degenerate, if you would.
Well, a degenerate. And I was
that has changed, you're saying.
Yeah, it has now because I'm married with kids.
Okay.
And all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But at the time, I was a little bit
You put those things away.
Yes.
Way to go.
Yeah.
All right. Born Code spoke Spanish and I can't. Manana es cinco y don't you know Spanish?
Yeah.
All right. Say it.
It says Manana es cinco y taco de nestar. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it has something to do with tacos. Like
it's a bit of an accusation.
Wow. It's not true, is it?
I ain't saying nothing.
We were just in that car.
I did hear a little bit of thumping from the trunk.
Yeah, I thought that was his bass.
You know,
maybe it wasn't.
You know,
these subwoofers, they're banging.
You know why we went to the Chinese restaurant?
By the way, tacos are also one of the perfect foods. Pizza is a perfect food. I think tacos are a perfect food.
I had the perfect Irish Asian meal tonight. I had chicken balls, curry sauce.
Wait, chicken what?
Chicken balls.
It was not chicken balls.
It was chicken balls.
It was not. It was sweet and sour chicken without the sauce. It was not what he said it was. You did not say to the waiter, "Hey, bring me some chicken balls."
But that's exactly what they're chicken balls.
They were right.
Balls are round, dude.
Mine aren't. I like rugby. They're oval shaped. You know, rugby balls. And what you're talking about.
We were, Trey. Sorry we missed you. We were there for a while. We were there right at the beginning, and we were there till we were there an hour.
Yeah, we were there for a bit. Yeah. Mostly because
over an hour, really.
me and Matthew were in line for a while.
Yeah, it was a lengthy line.
I knew you would get it there eventually. Yeah, you said you wouldn't, and I said you would.
I said rugby balls.
You did.
I said rugby balls. That's what I said.
Did I not say he would get it there? And I'm a professional. I'm not going to. Yeah.
Is it on air? No. Is it on stream? Yes.
Technically, we're on air.
That doesn't matter. Can't dump the stream. Well, we can, I suppose.
No, you can't. The only way you dump the stream is to turn it off. You all right? You good? You good? You all right?
Went right up to 120 there. It's like,
yeah.
You all right? You about to have
that was a lot of fun to watch.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, he thought it was over.
I'll try to resuscitate you. Might lose a rib.
That was oh my God, I'm getting noobed. That's what that was.
That's exactly.
Yes. I recognize that face.
Oh, that was funny. Except it wasn't. Not even slightly.
I think those are sweaty, Trey. I'm not quite sure.
I was about to say something about Alec Baldwin.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, where Duna Bros on the stream says it's the internet. You've not even scratched the surface of depravity. And if you also would like to know why we are depraved, you need to tune in during breaks on the stream, or find out why we're
Pulse
not
after dark.
Yeah, no.
Well, speaking of after dark, if they really want depravity,
shameless plug,
they should look out for the new series of Nighttime with Odie, now with Mallory and Vic, and we ain't holding back, not even slightly. So if they want a little bit of Wednesday night at 7:00, you can get it on the Nighttime with Odie Facebook page, and it will be on my Facebook page as well. So yeah, there'll be a lot of depravity on that. I have a lot of stories that I couldn't even slightly mention.
No nudity though. There's hesitation. Look out.
You know, I mean,
all right, that's Wednesday nights.
That's Wednesday night, 7:00.
Yeah, check that out. All right, let's move on.
Oh, yes, let's please.
Let us move on.
Moving swiftly on.
He neither confirmed or denied that. All right, our number one.
There will be nudity.
Our number one Star Wars movies. Our number one picks. Cameron, what was your number one Star Wars movie?
My number one Star Wars movie was Revenge of the Sith. It was the culmination of it was what I was watching in theaters. I'd watched this go on for a couple years as I grown up with the series and everything. Amazing battles, amazing score, and I kind of cried a little bit when Anakin got burned up. It was very emotional for sure. Yeah. Also, I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was about to say, a couple years after that, I stopped crying.
A couple of years.
It's a mourning period.
Yes.
They have those.
Is that like an afternoon period?
Do you mean like PE or something? Yeah. I don't know. Matthew, what is your number one Star Wars movie?
My number one is Empire Strikes Back. I love me some good second act low points. I love how much it just kind of expanded upon everything about Star Wars for me and just kind of opened me up to a lot of different ideas and things like that. A lot of everything about it. I just loved it.
I don't know why you're winking. What is your number one?
My number one is The Rise of Skywalker.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
What? I mean,
that's fine.
Like Han Solo gets caught in carbonite.
No, that's not The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
That's Empire Strikes Back.
Why couldn't he have lost?
Yeah, I don't know. So
that's not.
What is legitimately your number?
No, seriously, the reason that The Rise of Skywalker is that little scene at the very end where the kid is brushing the yard and he just holds his hand out.
That's not The Rise. That's the Last Jedi.
really just.
Yeah, that's The Last Jedi.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a certain amount of violence that's just boiling up from my guts. It could be the robe doing it, but
you're warm and
this will be the last broadcast of Odie. Not just here. I just mean in general. His body will be found in a ditch later. I'm just kidding.
No, seriously, no. Yeah, the Rise of Skywalker. It was my favorite because you had all the massive what were they called? Not the Death Stars. The
Star Destroyers. That was really cool.
Even bigger. And I thought
it's a cool video.
Cinematically that was really cool. And it just looked, and I did like the fact that the Emperor came back. I was just like, oh, lucky there he is.
I gotta tell you, no one expected it. And when it happened, you're like,
because it was foreshadowed.
Well, anyway, all right. A lot of people didn't expect it and were surprised.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah,
most everyone was surprised, and not in a good way.
Well, again, it's on my list and it's on Odie's list. Maybe it's just on old people's list. All right, my number one, even though it was spoiled for me, I've told the story before, but we may have new listeners. So going to the theater with one of my friends, Howard. If you're watching, Howard, what's up? We were going there, I think 13 or 14 or something like that. And the usher at the theater said, you're going to see Empire Strikes Back. Why we are? Well, yes, we are. No, that's my number one, by the way. Go ahead and go in. The movie's not done. You can just watch the end of the movie and then you can watch the beginning later. And we couldn't find the guy after the movie was over.
Pummeled him to death.
Yeah, we could not find him. Not that we would have done anything violent, but we might have. So
we would have said very hurtful words to him.
So yes, that's why I take spoilers very seriously, because I got spoiled on the biggest reveal of all time.
I think it was of all time.
Yeah, and especially up to that point, it was the biggest reveal. But him finding out that Vader was his father, all that kind of stuff.
Hold on, what?
Yeah, it was
especially after he chopped off his hand.
Yeah, and
I was kind of using that one
of all the times to break it to him.
Yeah,
it's like after he chopped.
Tuna Bros on the stream, by the way, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X at 98.9 WRD, or the Upstate Pulse says couldn't find him because it was Satan and he went back to hell. Pretty much. That was it. That was it. Oh, that guy.
There were some scorch marks around the pentagram.
There's a smell of sulfur in the air. Didn't notice it.
Like as soon as you left, he just scurried.
Oh, hold on. I'm just after getting a text in.
Wait. We're holding on.
Holding on.
Holding pattern.
You hold on. I'll hold Mary. We're just after getting a text in from 807, and it says, Odie, did you know that today is also National Garden in the Nude Day?
Okay.
That is
how
really
do you know
specific.
that, Texter? How do you know that?
I don't know, but Texter, why did you
Please tell me, Texter,
I don't wanna look
that you're
up.
59 years old and
I'm
you're
not
pasty.
gonna fact check that
and you're-
because I don't want
Yeah.
that in my
I-
search history.
Oh, come on,
don't
use
you
a work
worry.
computer.
I will get naked in the garden. Oh, yes, I will.
Okay,
Now-
don't you worry about like beetles and stuff. I mean, you know.
John and Ringo, not so much.
Okay.
Paul, a little bit. You know, the Yellow Submarine and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. But yeah, no, I will do my gardening in the nip. Oh yes.
Well, it's raining now, so have fun with that.
In the what?
There you go, and you get a wash while you're at it.
What
as
do
well.
you say? I don't know what do you say?
Gardening in the
Well,
nip.
people
And then
might
what's the-
mistake that for Sasquatch doing
Yeah.
gardening.
I'm not that hairy.
Chris says there's a chick on YouTube who does that. I'm sure that you don't go there frequently. You just happen upon it.
I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
YouTube, but
Yeah.
whatever. It could be a completely different website.
All right, I didn't intend for these Star Wars movies to take the entire hour, but they did, and that's
Oh,
fine. That's
We
fine.
got another text came in that said, "Guys and Odie, why do I get a special shout out from these people?"
Because tonight it's necessary. So there's us collectively, and then there's you.
So this guy must be a kindred spirit of mine. 034. He says, "Guys and Odie, my favorite Star Wars movie is The Wrath of Khan." So yeah,
Oh, he's going for the subversive route.
Yes. It's just- again, I don't get why people who love Star Wars want to fight with people who love Star Trek. It just,
I think it's
It's the
because
same
and that-
thing.
yeah,
People
well, it's
who
not the
like-
same thing. It's different universes and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't bother me.
tomato.
Well, no, because tomatoes and tomatoes are the same thing.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, because when I go to Subway and I say, "Hey, how you doing? Can I get a meatball sub with
they
tomatoes?"
look at you and go, "What do you say?"
What
and
do
then-
you say?
and then I say,
There
"No,"
you go.
because if I say, "Can I get it with tomatoes?"
go.
and they kind of look at me and they kind of go, but if I go in and say, "Can I get it with tomatoes?" they're like, "Oh, okay." So there are different things because one makes people giggle and the other one doesn't. So you
Well,
explain that one to me.
Tommy toes are like the little tomatoes.
Tommy toes.
Tommy toes. So if you want Tommy toes, you put those in. They're like tomato toes.
Mm-hmm.
And you put those in your salad, and they like. I was going to say explode somewhere, but then I
Is
stopped
that the tomatoes at Denethor?
because you're just going to die. You're just going to die. I don't get it, man. Crawl up from the gutter and let's
No!
go.
He's
No.
staying in the gutter. He
Why?
lives in the gutter.
One of us has to stay in the gutter.
No,
Why
Because
does
it's
take
cold.
the rope, Odie.
It's stop shouting in the microphone. It's because it's cozy,
It's the only
And-
way I can be heard.
warm.
they are a cherry
safe.
tomatoes born code? Here's the thing: my mom, who's from Kentucky, called them Tommy toes,
Tommy toes.
and so I think in Kentucky they're called Tommy toes.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby was on today.
So
Did you lose money?
No, I
did you dress up? Did you wear your seersucker? Do you
I-
have a seersucker? Matthew, you got a seersucker?
Do not.
Cameron, you got a seersucker?
No, but it's in the cards.
I ain't
I'm
got
a
no
master of disguise.
seersucker
I
either.
might need that at some
I
point.
once dressed up as for Kentucky Derby because it was a theme for the Star Awards.
Wasn't
And-
that Amish
or,
Mafia?
Yeah, that's when they started calling me Amish Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
Ah.
it was pretty funny. It's the funniest thing. The guy who said that ever said in his entire life.
Amish Paradise. That was a great song.
Yes, it still is.
Weird Al.
It was
Act
great
like
to see
doesn't
live.
exist anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to see it live. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
All right, you are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD. Nerd Hour coming up right after this. Make sure you stay tuned because we're still live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and the X.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that picture.
Yes, I have seen it too. No, it wasn't him, by the way. It foretells AI. Oh, we've got an AI takeover. We might do AI takeover when we come back.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we will.
Straight into it.
No. After introductions.
You got to work your way into it, right, Odie?
Everything's with the gutter with you, man. You know. I mean, us
What?
purity.
I'm just trying to speak your language.
What?
Trying to meet you in the middle here in this gutter.
Well, Neil tu conscious gelga, August Neil me conscious berla. So Neil tu higum talk all yoch is mission.
I know you
Higginsbottom-
sent that, Chris. I gotta look at that. I
Every time.
forgot to look at the date. Go ahead, Cameron. What?
Never mind.
What do I need to do? Oh yeah.
I said I was sorry.
No, you're good.
I mean, you know.
Don't
You
go
were talking to
chasing
the stream.
waterfalls.
It was.
Listening to the rhythm in the.
You did it again. Why are you doing that?
What?
Nothing.
What did I did?
I was quoting a movie.
All right.
You were singing a song by a certain band that I believe was talked about on the other guys. TLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that. I've been watching.
You need to
Clarkson's-
watch that movie.
I've seen it. I have seen the movie. Just it's been a while since I have watched that movie.
I was hoping you'd do that.
I don't get it. You look warm.
I'm nice and toasty.
You also look very much like a friar right now, or someone who's in a monastery. Because you bust out some Gregorian chants for us during the break.
Jesu Domine,
I'm sorry, I'm off topic.
Why is Matthew not joining in?
I don't know
I
because
bet he knows the words to that.
do you know why he's not?
Friar Cosy? Why do you
Friar
not
Cosy.
sing along with
Friar
us?
No. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because he's not a Gregorian, and Gregorians can't.
Ah!
What? He barely moved his head.
He's in his own world. He's curled up in his safety protection
What am I
bubble.
putting in?
AI take over.
Takeover.
I was about to say nothing sizable.
Cameron, dude.
You're lining them up.
Yeah, you're lucky she's not watching. Okay, I don't think she's watching because she hasn't commented.
I'm
yet.
going to send it to her. No.
No. do
Yeah.
not do that.
100%. Hey, Odie, why do you keep knocking him down? Because Cameron keeps lining them up.
I'm sure it has its own
Did
spot
you-
on his wall or something.
Did you?
I'm talking to the stream.
Okay. Did you see how high that stormtrooper jumped when I done my coming up on the show today?
Again, I warned her. I absolutely warned her. I was like, it's about to get really loud. And she did. And it was through the helmet. I don't know how much they pick up through the helmet, but
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
He's
She jumped.
expressed interest, by the way, Trey. So who knows? He's not dead yet. So
I used to be an adventurer like
It
you.
wouldn't surprise me, Trey.
also,
Right. Caught
Born,
an
I ought to
hour.
get a like a mannequin or something for this.
Mannequin Skywalker.
Yeah, but you know what? That'll scare the crap out of you. If you wake up at 3:00 to go pee and you see that standing in the corner.
Well,
I would advise against
it. In
it.
my bedroom.
Okay,
You
but
crazy?
still, you're a noise in the house and you go out and there it is. No, that's just,
It's slightly moved.
yeah.
Oh, I
Loose
can-
has found its way into like the hood.
I can seriously contest to that because my wife has a lovely habit of hanging up T-shirts
he's not paying attention,
on
Scooter.
hangers on the door frames, on the
Matthew.
outside of a door frame.
Mhm.
And I opened the door one of the days. She was
Shame.
after doing the laundry the night before, and there was one of my T-shirts, long sleeve T-shirts, hanging on a hanger
Yeah.
on the door.
that's-
Airing it.
Yeah.
Well, if
I haven't actually heard anything about the Pokemon Go changes. I didn't know there were any. I don't play Pokemon Go. Sorry.
my entire skin fell off my body.
Did it?
Yep.
How'd you put it back on?
I
that's-
just sniffed it back on.
That's just proof that you're wearing a skin suit. You're an alien or a synth.
So who was this guy? The guy that you're wearing right now? Was he a stuntman before you?
Yeah.
How long has this
What?
been going on?
Oh, look, my phone is here.
What is
Hello?
your real name? Yeah, I thought so.
Where's the button?
By the way,
Hello.
Rubes are terrible with chairs with wheels.
Face plant.
FYI,
Face plant.
Rube is so dirty right now.
Dirty robe.
You got a dirty robe.
Also, whenever I have to sit down, I have to go Humperdinck.
Inkabert.
No,
Humperdinck.
Humperdinck.
I have never
I'm
toasted
not
one of those in my
listening.
life.
It's from Princess Bride. Humpadink, humpadink, humpadink.
Yeah. No. Engelbert Humperdinck was a singer.
I don't think it was Humperdinck. It was Humper something.
It was Engelbert Humperdinck.
I don't think it was
It
Humperdinck.
was.
Why don't you look it up?
No.
I'm not looking up Engelbert.
I'm not looking it up after the other stuff I looked up.
No, I'm looking it up.
I feel like I've made it worse.
Making it worse? How could it possibly be worse?
Well, it could be raining.
Welcome into hour number 2 of the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo here, Odie's here, Cameron's here, Matthew's kind of here, and we
He's physically
kind of here. And we are going to have another big fun hour. And before we move on,
hold on, no.
I have to
even...
know. No.
What?
You just wait a second.
Oh, you didn't hear what happened?
No. I need to apologize to Odie because I was incorrect on something. And I would like to tell people when they're right and I'm wrong, because I'm wrong all the time. Although some people like to think, well, you just think you're right all the time. No, I don't. When I am right, it's such a rare occasion that I probably gloat. But it is Engelbert Humperdinck. It is Humperdinck.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought Humperdinck was just from Princess Bride. So maybe they were making fun on Princess Bride of Engelbert
Maybe
Humperdinck.
there's multiple Humperdincks.
Matthew, before now, have you ever heard of Engelbert Humperdinck?
I don't think I have.
He's a singer.
He's
It's like a Vegas,
and a
Vegas,
songwriter.
Vegas type thing. You know,
He was in.
he probably had a residency at some point. I don't know.
He was in Austin Powers.
Was he?
I think he was.
That's
Are you
why.
sure?
That's why you
Yep.
know.
Yeah, that's what you know. Anyway, just
Did
after
he wear
we
really
came,
tight pants? I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
All the ladies loved him.
just after we came back from the break, there, somebody spoke without his microphone turned on.
Who would
I
that
have
be?
no idea who you're talking about.
I'm looking straight at him. Oh, I heard it.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I heard it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it was-
didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Well, see, I can't say because nobody out there would have heard it because his microphone was off.
And
You seem to be misremembering.
yes,
I seem
And
to be
there-
misremembering.
there's also this thing that maybe he was talking to the stream.
Possibly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not defending him because I'm related.
Fix.
Just
Know
maybe.
where, I know where
Maybe
I
it
stand.
could be.
I know where I stand in the corner.
Oh
yeah.
Where
Well,
you've
you're in the
been
gutter.
often.
No,
Yes.
that's the gutter.
Yeah. Does a gutter have a corner?
Yeah, we call it
Does
the
it?
corner of the
No, it's
gutter.
rounded.
Maybe where you come from.
Are there red lights
Yes,
in that gutter? I don't know.
I don't know, but I do love the nightlife and I love the boogie.
Yes, boogieing is awesome. If you want to be a part of the show, text line 71307. Best dancer in the room is Matthew Causey. We all know that. And yeah, that's why he doesn't do it, because when you're really good at something, you don't need to do it.
Everybody else to look bad.
Yeah, that's right.
I
He's
wonder
about
why.
the team. That's what he is.
I wonder
team
why
player.
he's the greatest dancer.
I don't know. I'd like to watch though,
Mm.
because he is the greatest dancer.
Maybe I'm born that way. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's maybe.
maybe it is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, guys. We are after opening the can of worms and a storm in a teacup and any other.
What the heck? A storm in a teacup? I've never heard
That's
of that
not
before.
real.
You made that up.
Anyway, we're after opening up 17 cans of 95 worms each on the text
Why
line.
is that's a pretty specific number.
It is a very specific
why,
number.
Why? No, it has nothing to do with the ocean. 90. Why 95? Why
Well,
not?
it's worms.
Why not 100? Why not? No, really,
Why
seriously.
not cap it off?
Have
and
you
make
ever
it
heard that
easy?
before, Matthew? 95 worms in a can? I've never.
I mean, he was saying we are opening a can of worms, but he was just being very specific about it.
About
Pass
the
one
number.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, see,
Take one
the thing
down,
is-
pass it around.
I guess he
95.
just thought that specifying the number would be funny.
yeah. So 95 was very.
It was
specific.
funny. I laughed. Ha 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 ha.
Chris says, I think it's Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Is it Shakespeare?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
it is.
He's like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Shakespeare. Yeah, he said that.
Well, I am Shakespeare.
Well, I am. Yeah.
Back in the
Well, I
days
am
of
Shakespeare.
old, when teacups had storms within them, they had a storm.
Does this have to do with coffee? You
teacup.
know, like if you do the
Well,
sugar.
no, because then
and-
it'd be a storm in a coffee cup,
okay.
and that'd be mug.
Well, what about a
Why are
storm in a
they-
stein?
Stein.
Why
A
are
Stein
these?
storm.
If you want me to put the storm into my stein, I will put the storm in my stein.
okay.
I don't mind. I can do it all day long.
All right. What in the world were you trying to do? Do what you were going to do.
On the text line, we have
71307, by the way.
ridiculous amounts of people saying, guys, Star Trek is better than Star Wars 100%. Guys and Odie, my favorite.
By the way, from now on, please address the show that way.
Yeah, as guys and Odie, my favorite of everything is Star Wars or Star Trek, Star Wars can go and a cheese. And now another one, Star Trek all the way. We have definitely opened up something with the Star Wars and the Star Treks.
All right, Scooter says Tempest in a Teacup. I think I've heard that before. That sounds better than what he said.
The storm in a tempest.
No, that's not what you said. All right, Dave says, Viper Dave says, Lord of the Rings is better than Trek Wars.
Yeah,
Trek Wars. That sounds like an RV thing.
It does.
Now it's after kicking off with Battlestar Galactica was the best of
Which
all.
one, the original or the remake, Christopher? That's what I want to know. Have you seen Battlestar Galactica?
I have.
The original and the remake?
Yeah.
Yes. I used to have Battlestar Galactica glasses when I was a kid.
That's really nerdy.
It said it like on. I know, right? I know. But they got run over by a semi, and then I had to explain to my mom why I was somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be. That was a fun conversation.
Yeah,
and it hurt. So anyway,
those always the best.
Did your mom?
No, they're not. No, they're not the best.
Did your mom? Now, are American moms the same as Irish moms? Did your mom hit for every syllable?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I used to get that.
So, by the way, that the answer to that would be yes.
Or are there offbeat beatings?
No, I never got the offbeat.
My mom had rhythm, and still does. So I mean, she could dance, and
if you want to, and leave your friends behind. But no, my mom used to get out the wooden spoon, and she would syllabalize it.
I don't want to talk about the beatings, okay?
My beatings. You can talk about my beatings.
Yeah, we're having fun. Let's stop talking about abuse.
Sounds good.
Unless
Matthew,
we want
chime in.
Yeah.
Don't beat the trash can with your lightsaber. Seriously. I mean, stop pushing away my microphone. Anybody's
you
watching,
made me laugh out loud. And man, it's nerdy.
Watching on the stream, you'll see what's happening. Lonzo has his lightsaber and he is pushing away my microphone. And when he does it, I have to shout really loud because if I don't, you won't hear me.
Don't tell engineering. That probably would be frowned upon. All right,
It's like you're putting him in a well.
Yes, he might need to be in that well. And don't tell Lassie. Just leave him there. That was a deep cut.
What about Skippy?
We'll throw him in the well too. All right, let us get to something that's very important. Something that by we I mean me, that I've been trying to draw attention to, and others whose voices are louder, stronger, and more listened to have taken up the fight also. It is time for today's AI Takeover.
Shall we play a game?
Oh.
I think I missed him.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love to. How about global thermonuclear war?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You wanted to know what the Matrix is, Neo?
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by you.
My only friend, the end. Game over, man. Game over. What are we gonna do?
All right, so I interrupted my intro with another intro because after thinking about it, this is it. It's over. Yeah, and we have finally committed that thing that you should not do, and it's the old Jeff Goldblum thing. Did you ever think just because you could do it that you should do it? That was paraphrasing because I'm not cool enough to actually directly quote Jeff Goldblum. An experimental F-16 fighter jet has taken Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall on a history-making flight controlled by artificial intelligence.
I reported on that.
And not a human pilot.
Yesterday, Thursday.
Yes, with the midday sun blazing, an experimental orange and white F-16 fighter jet launched with a familiar roar that is hallmark of U.S. air power. But the aerial combat that followed was unlike any other. The F-16 was controlled by artificial intelligence, not a human pilot. All right, don't really need to read any more of the story. Do they not think about this? I mean, I get what they're going to say is this has to do with saving human lives, because if you send a plane up there controlled by artificial intelligence, then a human's not in the plane and they're not going to die. But all these end of the world Armageddon type science fiction movies start with stuff like this.
You know what really scares me about that is what I do during my day job. The factory is right beside Douglas Airfield, where they launch the F-16 or is it the F-22s, the ones that they build in, I think it's the F-16s. They fly them around in the air there. And have you ever seen one of those? I won't say up close because they're about 200 foot in the air when they fly over the factory. They're big and scary and loud and fast. Can you imagine one of them getting out of control?
I can, again, we can have this argument about whether AI can become sentient at some point. But here's the thing, putting that aside, AI being sentient, things can get hacked.
Yes,
we've all been hacked. So even with the best crypto, whatever stuff, it can be hacked because that's what hackers do. They're out there hacking and they can hack a plane. And then next thing you know, this is the end. My faithful friend.
Yeah, well, they hacked my Facebook account once, and then they got scared and they went away again.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's a big difference.
All of these
Some people
photos.
show up at your door if you do that. Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
And they have non-English accents. I mean, there's that.
You saying something about patio furniture?
Yes, I am. Just slightly.
Just ever so slightly. Just
so Matthew, really quick before we go to break, did Charlie say anything about it when you read the story? Do you know of?
I don't remember.
I know you're back in the newsroom, really working nose to the grind, getting more news stories. But I am curious about what Charlie thinks about that. He's seeing if his nose was still there, and it is. You're not a ghoul yet.
We call him.
Yes, we're not. All right, let's go to break.
Okay.
By the way, dude, whether you take me serious or not, that is scary.
Yes, it is.
That is very scary. I know it's they'll never. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's scary. I mean, just stop. I know they're not going to, but they should stop. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of them there Carolinas.
Coming back with anything in particular?
We still have 2 breaks, so not yet. Yeah, but Steve Austin is only the $6 million man. And here's the thing, if we can build him and bring him back better now, he probably would be the $6 billion man, not the $6 million man.
Yeah,
and they'd have to get a real Sasquatch because Andre the Giant's dead. So there's that.
What?
Andre the Giant played Bigfoot on the $6 Million Man.
Oh, I didn't know Bigfoot was on the $6 million man.
You didn't?
I've never seen the $60 million man.
Okay, well, you were probably
I've
too
heard
young.
of it.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite shows as a kid. I had all the action figures, including Bigfoot, and Bigfoot was actually a robot, I think, if I remember.
I'm good.
Robot.
But he was Andre the Giant. I appreciate you worrying about Cameron. He's worn warmer stuff than that. Trust me. The dragon mask, that thing, he was sweating like crazy in that.
Dragon.
Yeah, but according to the story, they are. You all right? According to the story, they are. There may not be any pilots in there anymore.
So here's the thing. I do a lot of drone photography, and
it's beautiful, by the way. The last ones that
you like it?
That was really cool.
Drone photography.
Yeah, I'm wondering how you did that without permission.
Can you wield my saber?
Do what without permission?
The shots over like the dam and stuff.
I have my license.
You have to have a license?
Yeah. To do commercial shoots, yeah.
By the way, I'm learning.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So when I went to do my drone pilot's license, I brought my FAA license, like my real pilot license, and they just looked at me and they're like, "Why are you doing this?" Because I need it. And he's like, "Yep, you know You know about flying. You're a pilot.
No, it's probably you are a foreign-born person wanting to use drones. Maybe they're just a little.
I don't think so.
I mean, it could be. I'm just throwing it out there. Could be the fact that you ain't from here and you want to use drones. Maybe they're going. Maybe you might be up to something.
Over the power plant. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe, possibly.
Yeah,
It could be. Yeah,
Reconnaissance.
I came very close to hitting wires.
dude. You shouldn't say that.
I was still a mile away from them, but like it was close. It was like I'd say it was a good maybe 150 foot. But
They're good.
I've only flown like a really small drone.
no, mine's big.
I've seen yours are big. I just play really small drones because
Oh, yeah,
there's a drone sponsor in the building,
Mhm.
and so me and the sales guy who used to do a show with me, we call him Matt. We went out there
'Cause that's
and
his
did
thing.
it, and we kept almost sending it into Garlington Road. We just could not fly the thing. And it's like you broke it. He's
But
like,
what
I
I was
broke
getting
it.
to-
You broke it.
What I was getting to is I can program my drone to take shots, and I don't even have to control it. I just tell it where to go, map out a flight plan for it. It went wrong once, and I nearly lost my drone.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
See, I get what you're saying, Chris, but there are also extremes always. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Nearly a decade doing this show on Saturday nights, and I've been on the air on Saturday nights for 24 and a half years. We're almost halfway through the year. So you would say I own Saturdays. I do, kind of. Thank you for being part of the show. Text line is 71307, or check us out. We were the first ones in the building to stream live. We did our Christmas special with a phone hung up in the corner over there, did our entire Christmas special. And then we started doing Dungeons and Dragons. And I was like, can we put an entire show on the air for free? And then we figured out how to do it because we're gamers and we're smart, and we did that. And then other people in the building was like, oh, that's kind of cool. How'd you do that? And now everyone's doing it, but we were first.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. And like most people, when they think the idea is theirs, they try to pretend like someone else didn't do it. I'm just going to keep saying the truth, and we all know the truth, that we did it first, and it's all because of Dungeons and Dragons. So thank you, Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes, thank you, D&D.
Yes, thank you, D&D. All right, it is May the 4th, which means it's Star Wars Day, and yes, purists, I know. Get off your high horse, okay? Let us celebrate Star Wars today or any day because we want to. And
Would it not be your high tauntaun?
yes,
It would
well,
be.
I don't know. Yeah,
Get
there are
off
no
your high
horses.
tauntaun, you scruffy looking nerf herder.
Yeah, take that, you.
What are you? Who are
Bantha
you,
poodoo.
who are you calling?
Banthas.
Who
Yeah,
are you,
Banthas are taller.
who are you calling Scruffy?
Exactly. Yeah, Matthew.
This is a
Matthew
real-
Scruffy.
It's
Yeah,
a real
so-
pot and kettle situation. I'm wearing a lot of black.
Yes,
you mean
are. It's slimming,
you
though.
mean
You're good.
Wolverine in the corner there?
Yes, yes.
Come on,
His
say
claws
Bob.
are about to come out.
Say Bob once.
Yes.
No, I'm good.
I think
Either
you
or. Either or.
Hey,
Either
Matthew, would you wear a Wolverine costume to Deadpool 3? Or Deadpool and
a
Wolverine.
yellow one.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Do it.
That'd be hot. And
Do it.
Yeah,
It would be. Hot.
It would be.
It'd
It'd
be-
be
it'd be-
daggone sexy.
The
is what
ladies
that
would
would
be
be.
swarming all over
kind
Oh.
of hot.
It'd be so hot. You'd be
Look at
so
that
hot.
man's mutton chops. Mm-mm.
By the way, we're not cracking. I think it looks cool. By the way,
Yeah.
I've just been lazy. I need to shave.
Yeah,
it.
that's what-
No,
See, he's
you
gonna
do not
go-
need to shave.
See, he's gonna get because you guys are making fun of him. He's gonna go shave it off.
How am I
It's
making
not
fun
because
of
of
it?
that. I've been telling myself that I've needed to shave for like a week and a half, and I sit behind a mic every day, so I'm lazy about it, admittedly.
And see, I thought that grew in like one day. It's like,
No,
Yeah.
No, this
if I
did, I should.
shave, I don't need to shave again for about a week, and you won't notice anything until that week. So this
All
has
right.
been like a month.
all
and a
right,
half,
the
2 months.
stream doesn't want you to shave. We don't want you to shave,
Yeah.
which is why he'll go home and shave tonight.
No, like I'm
You're such a
not.
contrarian.
The thing is, I'm not taking like the proverbial. I think
What?
really,
Is that like a sabbatical?
yeah, I really think like the mutton chops really suit you. You've got that thing going. Look at him. Look at him. Look. They do. They really suit you.
Yeah, they do.
You've got the whole manly. Look, you've got the voice, and now you've got the chops, and you're just like,
all right, he's not going to get that reference, Chris, but I absolutely I agree with you. All right, we've been talking Star Wars because it is May the 4th, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with every one of you, even the Star Trek people who think that Star Trek is better and that you have to choose. Everything is good. Everything is good. All right, let's talk about live action series. Your top 3 live action series. We'll talk about live action series like Mandalorian or Obi-Wan or Ahsoka, that type of thing. And I will go first. My number 3 live action series is Ahsoka. Now, the reason why it's at 3 and not higher is because if she was a little bit younger and she can move a little bit better like she does in the animated series, I think she's a step slower, and that bothers me a little bit. The show overall is really good though, and that's my number 3. As effects get better and everything else, and they have that one thing that they're filming in. What's it called again, Cameron?
The volume.
The volume. As they film in the volume. Speaking of which, we have someone who's been in quite a few films on the show, and that would be Odie. Have you ever filmed in front of green screen? Because you did stunts, so I mean,
yeah, I did, but we never filmed in front of green screen.
Okay. Have you seen the volume though?
I have. It's really cool, and the camera tracks the wall. The background is linked to the camera, so as the camera tracks and pans, the background changes. So it has a generic background, but as the camera tracks into it, it magnifies the background.
It's got to help you as an actor. I got to believe. So you're not pretending, like you can actually see the landscape and stuff. That would help to put you in the frame of mind of where you are.
I have had green dots on me. Like when I was stabbed with swords and all that kind of fun stuff, they'd put a green dot onto me, and they'd use a half sword.
Just one green dot?
Yeah, it'd be the point for the other stunt guy to stab me, and it'd be his point, and he'd use half a sword.
Just have like an Acme sign, stab here.
Something similar to that. It's to give.
So when you say a half a sword, is it collapsible or is it?
No, it's actually a half sword. There's no, like, if the sword should be 3 foot long, it's only 1.5 feet long. And it's the CGI in the rest of the sword going into my body.
Okay, that's what I meant. Like maybe the sword is broke off, and so they don't
need to do that.
Okay, all right. They
just need a point on the sword. They have a point on the top, point on the hilt, and then a point on me, and they link the 3 of them together.
Oh, that's cool. Cameron, what is your number 3 Star Wars live action series?
I'll also say Ahsoka. It did a lot of good setup. I do agree that Rosario Dawson, I did like her as Ahsoka as far as the acting goes, but the action was a little slow. I yearn for the prequel days of like that kind of choreography of just that amount of intensity. That's what I like in lightsaber duels. Although I did like her duel with Baylan Skoll a little bit, but you can tell when she's going up against Anakin that it's just Anakin's moving so fast, and he's actually having to slow down to keep pace and not hurt his castmate.
Yeah, that's not in the show. That's the actual actor himself. Like Hayden Christensen, he was so
he can still move that fast.
Good at it.
Yeah, he is. It's so natural to him.
All right, Matthew, what's your number 3?
So unfortunately, I've only seen 2 live action Star Wars series.
So you want to wait till we go to 2 since you've only seen 2?
I was just gonna say that I've heard good things about Andor though, so an honorary number 3 to that, because I'm gonna watch it eventually, and it'll be my default number 3 at worst after I see it. So sure.
I just want to say pockets. All right, Matt, Odie, what's your name?
Jim.
Okay, Jim.
Yeah.
What is your number 3? Jim Bob.
I'm gonna say the Book of Boba Fett.
Dude.
No.
No. Okay. Even if you're serious.
No, I am deadly serious. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because when Boba Fett is my favorite character in the entire Star Wars series, right? Boba Fett is my favorite. When Boba Fett appeared in The Mandalorian, he was awesome. Like, he was amazing. He was ridiculously powerful and strong, and he shot bullets out of his knees, and he was just amazing. When he was in his own show, that's his blaster.
Yeah, it is.
When he was in his own show, when he was in the Book of Boba Fett, somebody looked at him, he fell over, and he had to go into his cryostasis thing, and I was just like, no, what happened to the Boba Fett that I know and love? what has this little wimpy Boba Fettian come in, sitting down there with no armor on him in a bathtub with just no.
Okay, that's still
How do you
made it
feel
on your
about
list
the
as number
Vespa?
3. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How'd you feel about that high speed chase with the Vespas? Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
With those cybernetic
yeah,
teenagers.
any one of us could have ran up beside them and
Boba
just
could have
like,
just used his
Listen,
jetpack at
just
any
knocked
point.
them off.
I'm
Yeah.
already 9 foot away from the microphone because I got so upset about Boba Fett that no.
Okay, well, I don't know what's on your list. My number 2.
Oh, because I didn't see any of the rest of them.
Okay, that's all right.
I was gonna
All right.
say.
Oh, that works. That works.
Well, no, I've seen 2 others as well.
No,
I've
that's
seen
cool.
3. Yeah,
That's cool. All right,
fine.
number 2 for me is Mandalorian, and I love Mandalorian. It's a great show. It's really more about Grogu, or it has been until this last season when they made it about Mandalore, and which I like. I love Katie Sackhoff's character. I thought she did a really good job, and I've enjoyed Mandalorian, and it's going to continue. Yeah, we'll do that after everybody gives theirs.
Oh,
We
okay,
got
okay,
time.
okay.
All right, Cameron, what was your number 2?
It's actually Obi-Wan. So there was a couple of problems I had with the series. There's just like a few lulls here and there, but the ending fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi was really good, especially with how they brought back the emotion for that, especially with Vader with his mask torn off and saying like, "You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, I did." That was really, really good.
it was amazing, and it tied it up because in the film, like the old Obi-Wan says, "Darth Vader killed your father," and well, he did. So
He
there
very
you
much
go.
did.
You did.
And then just like the ending of just like, all right, Darth, and he just walks.
See you later, Sham. Good luck.
All right, Matthew, what is your number 2?
Mine is also Obi-Wan. One, because it's one of the only 2 that I've seen, but also I genuinely enjoyed it. That definitely has its issues, but I really liked a lot of the core ideas that they were trying to do with it, and I really appreciated that it was that Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor were able to take up these characters and play them in a much more effective manner than in the very stilted direction that they were directed to take in the original prequel trilogy. I cannot talk. So being able to see them actually realize their characters a lot more was really awesome. And I loved hearing all the stuff surrounding Hayden Christensen and how much he just absolutely loved playing the character and how he was like so excited to get into the suit and actually play Anakin Darth Vader in the suit for the first time.
I wonder if they blended his voice with James Earl Jones for like the inflections and stuff. Because
I believe that they did that. It was his voice that did it
because
for the series, for that series specifically.
Vader sounded so angry in the series.
All right, Odie, did you give your number 2?
No.
Okay, give your number 2, and then we'll go to break.
My number 2 is The Mandalorian. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the thing. But I will say it's a tie between the entire series of The Mandalorian and that fight in Obi-Wan, that end fight. That just made me just sit up and kind of go, oh yeah. That was that.
All right, what is yours? Text line 71307, your favorite, your top 3 live action series for Star Wars. We will give our number 1 choice when we come back. What?
On the comments.
Oh yeah. It's not cheap. All right, you're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. All right, I'm going to skip Roundtable, but after we do our number 1s, I'm going to throw in some other stories.
Yeah, cool.
So that way we can save some time by not playing the intro.
Sounds good.
Some of them are good. Some of them are not so good as far as the live action series goes. I am looking forward to the Acolyte though, because I want to see what they do with that.
One thing I think the major problem that they have is they don't do a lot with the first chunk of the episodes, and they put all the budget into the final episodes for those series.
Or they just put it all into bringing Luke Skywalker back.
Yes, all the money is on Luke's face.
They definitely didn't put any of that into Boba Fett until the Mandalorian showed up. Then suddenly it just went up. No,
I feel so bad for Tamara Morrison.
Yeah, because you could see it was low budget till the Mandalorian showed up, and then everything went up in scale.
And then suddenly they cared.
Yeah, it was.
No, that is really what I was really, really, really looking forward to watching the Book of Boba Fett.
A lot of people were, yeah.
And then I was like, he's so weak.
I mean, also old, and he almost got hit by, the Sarlacc.
Well, yeah, but he still kicked so much butt in Mandalorian. That was after he got out of the pit.
Yeah.
So why can't that Boba Fett exist?
He does after a million episodes, and then it's like, all right, you're still weak.
Episode 8, he gets to do a few things.
Yeah, but he didn't have to be as wicked because of what's her name was with him.
Bo-Katan, not Bo-Katan.
What's her name?
Fennec Shand.
Fennec Shand. Yeah, and she was as wicked enough to cover for his lack of it.
She was, but
why take away from? You can do both. You can have two really skilled.
Well, there's probably some reasons, but anyway.
Yeah, it'll probably come out in the next series, which would be fine. But.
Well, there is no next season of Mandalorian because it's going to be a movie, and it's going to tie in everything, including Boba Fett. So, yeah,
that's just sloppy.
Chris has firmly been indoctrinated into the Fremen.
Yeah, I saw that. It happens.
Mm.
And then someone gets out and they help you get out. That's how all cults work.
Yep.
Unless you don't make it out of the cult.
Chris has become Stilgar. Lisa Nagaib. Yep.
Who's your most hated character in the entire? You can't use Jar Jar.
Everyone in Rogue One except for the guy who says, two. The black actor who's been in a lot of stuff, and I can't remember his character name, but he's also in the games. He's in the Forrest Whitaker.
Oh yeah.
And I'm one with the Force. The Force is
Saw
one with me.
Gerrera.
Yeah, just those two. Everybody else in that whole thing horrible. Horrible. Did I mention it was horrible? Because it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Luke is mine.
It's really horrible. Why? Because he's whiny and stuff?
Yes.
Exactly what a teenage kid would be.
But he's not a Jedi. He's not. He's not a Jedi.
Right.
I'm just no.
When he finishes his training, he is.
No, he's not.
Sure, he is.
He's not.
Yeah, it's the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like in the title.
Hey, Matthew, Steven asked you a question.
What is it?
That looks like a no to me. That's what that looks like.
What is it, though?
No, I have not. I'm taking the summer off of classes, though, to finally have a break for the first time in a year and a half. So I'm planning on playing it this summer.
Do I?
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, Lonzo and Odie and Cameron and Matthew. Before we get to our number one live action series, someone is facing a Nerf wall in about 21 minutes. We know that it's not Rob Brown because he ain't here.
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's Odie because we eliminated him earlier.
Thanks.
The next,
you mean that it's not Odie?
Yeah, it's not Odie. That's what I said.
Dad just said
that it's Odie.
It's not Odie.
I did not say it was Odie.
So we get to shoot
you know someone else who it's not. That would be me. So.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then there were two. Either Cameron or Matthew will face the wall, and we'll let you know who that is in the final segment of the show. That way they don't have time to to worry about it or anything.
Thank goodness I brought a lightsaber and a mask.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do you.
Am I allowed to deflect?
Nope. Oh no, if you can.
Well, it's Star Wars Day. If you indeed were the one to face the wall, absolutely you can do that. I have
Here
no
we're
problem with
going to
that.
show why.
If I face the wall, am I allowed to use the lightsaber?
Yeah.
No, don't do that. No.
But if you
don't
do,
that.
and if you deflect, just watch out for the expensive
yeah,
equipment.
I'm already, yeah,
Okay?
yeah. It's the same goes for the guest. Yeah, so if you were to be the one against the wall, small arcs,
small arcs,
or you can use this one.
Keep it close.
It's one or the other. I know you want to use yours.
Use the small one.
I want to use the big one.
Well,
the small one.
We don't know who it is, do we? Well, I do. I know who it is. But all right, let's get to our number one Star Wars live action series. And Matthew, what was your number one?
Mine is The Mandalorian, specifically the first season or two, though.
Okay.
Because it falls off a cliff pretty quickly.
Okay.
But the first season especially was absolutely fantastic. And it's up there.
All right, Cameron, what was your number one?
The Mandalorian.
All right, Odie, what's your number one?
Ahsoka.
Because she's green.
Because
she's green. I should
have
have seen that one. I should have seen that one
has
coming.
handles on her head.
All right, that's enough.
But she's green.
That's enough.
And that is the most important part, is that she's green. And
here's the thing.
We
all know
I'm never gonna hear that.
There are certain games
Twi'leks.
there's certain games you could play where Twi'leks are can be your companion.
She's green. I don't care. She's green.
and things can happen. All right, my number one is Obi-Wan. And here's the reason why my number one is Obi-Wan, because of all the backstory that we learned from that. But it's because of that fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. That was a killer fight.
It was
really great.
Except nobody died.
It wasn't exactly a killer fight. It was an amazing fight there. That's a better wording. I really enjoyed that fight, and just remember going, there we go. And then you think of the lame fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan at the end of Star Wars, and it's like, hey, why didn't we get this?
Well,
I know capabilities weren't there, and Alec Guinness could not move like that.
No.
Yep.
And there's that, because he didn't even want to do the movie, and then he got mad that he had to keep coming back.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get knighted. You just believe you're something else. Wayne says Sabine, and the actress played Sabine really well.
Yes,
for sure.
Chris Dare says that Star Trek had green women first. Yes, they did. And in the Star Trek, the first one, that wasn't the first one, it had Chris Pine in it, was it? Chris?
Yeah, the remake.
Yeah, the remake of the first one.
Different universe.
She was an Irish green girl because she had red hair and she was green. And
I don't remember an Irish accent, though.
I don't care. She was green. She had red hair.
still
and
claims
she
her.
walked around with very little clothing on. And I'm just like, yeah, there you go. That'll do it for me.
Okay, let's throw in a couple more things before we hit lightning round. You know what? What's your favorite Star Wars video game, Cameron?
Oh yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic.
The original. Okay, yeah. Maybe they'll get that remake done eventually. Odie, have you played many Star Wars?
I've played one, and it was Knights of the Old Republic, and I really enjoyed it.
All right, Matthew.
It's either Knights of the Old Republic or the Star Wars games, specifically the complete saga.
Star Wars games would be specific.
Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars. Okay.
All right.
Lego
Star Wars.
No, you didn't say
all the
Lego.
Star
You
Wars.
said Star Wars.
Actually, Lego Star Wars. You know that.
Lego Star Wars is amazing. Scooter on the stream says Rogue Squadron 2. My favorite is, I forget the name of it. I'm going to need your help. That Sam Witwer was the
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. My favorite one, because it's the first time you see, because the movies hadn't happened, in Force Unleashed, when he takes the Star Destroyer and uses the Force, and it's like, that shows how powerful the Force can be right there.
Oh yeah.
And that was an amazing thing in the video games. It's like, yes.
What was the game? Maybe I have it wrong. What was the game where he was able, for the first time, and he was the Padawan, but he was a Sith Padawan, and he could throw his lightsaber and he could get it to come back to him. And it was the first time that we saw that. Like, that was back in 2004, 2005, I want to say.
Like Jedi Knight or Jedi Academy or something.
Maybe
like
it was
that?
Jedi Knight.
Did it have Kyle Katarn in it?
Oh, dude, it had people with like extra body parts.
That's very descriptive.
Yes,
very
it is.
helpful.
Yes, it was. Steven says Lego Star Wars for the win. Lego Star Wars is really good because there's so many things in there, including flying ships and things like that. That was really cool.
I was so mad as a kid with playing Lego Star Wars and doing the quick building in that game, and then I would play with my Legos in real life. And I'd be so mad that I couldn't build that quickly.
What can I do?
I couldn't do that.
I can imagine.
I do the little noises and like, why can't I do it that fast?
I can imagine.
I'm making the noise and
frustration,
everything.
Yes. Steven also says, "What about the VR Star Wars?" I have a problem with the VR Star Wars. All right, so it was a really cool game, and but I couldn't see above my dashboard. So couldn't figure out. I kept trying to fix my camera. It wasn't the camera. So I'm flying a TIE fighter. I can't see above my dashboard. I'm flying an X-wing. I can't see above my dashboard. So it's like I'm 4 foot tall, and
You're not.
You know those old ladies who are driving the car and you can see the top of their head? That was me. and so I could not see. So I'm trying to do fights out there. I can't see anybody.
So in juxtaposition, I was playing on PC and using VR with a HOTUS, which is like the flight stick and throttle and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the most immersive things I've ever played in VR.
Yeah, and I'm playing with
with
Cameron. I'm like, dude, I cannot see above the dashboard. He's like, go that way. I can't see to go that way because I can't see.
What was wrong? What?
I don't know. It might have been a glitch in PSVR or something. I adjusted my camera.
Yeah.
And there's a thing where they adjust to your height.
Yeah.
The VR will do that itself to know where you are in scale to whatever game you're playing.
Yeah.
It just kept putting it like I'm looking like this.
By the way, one of my favorite moments from playing that, I was playing with a buddy of mine, and he's just yelling, "It's on my butt! It's on my butt!" I'm like, "What are you talking about? What's on your?" And I just see this little TIE fighter flying by with a Corellian frigate chasing him through a mine shaft. I'm like, "Oh, buddy."
Yeah, you did. All right, we're going to take our final break. When we come back, we're going to hit lightning round. I'm going to tell you who's going to face the Nerf Wall. You are listening to, will it be Matthew or will it be the Sith? We shall see. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
I was going to say, who's getting Order 66?
Yes.
That's a good question.
The problem with the one at Dave and Buster's, Steven, every time I'm there, it doesn't work because someone took it way too seriously and broke the lightsaber or caused it to not work. Plus, do you really want to put that headset on when everybody else has put that headset on?
Not really, no.
Yeah, it's just kind of, yeah.
Also, you say Matthew or the Sith.
Lice.
We're both Sith. One's a little bit more flamboyant about it.
Yeah, the thing is, Chris, you take a lightsaber to the knee, you don't have a knee anymore.
You don't have a leg.
Yeah, there's that. I mean,
everything underneath.
At least it's cauterized.
No,
I mean, there's that.
He could go in and just take the kneecap off.
Well, that's true. Well, then you wouldn't have a knee.
Why did you take the rest off?
Then you would not have a knee, which is what I said. You wouldn't have a knee anymore.
No, you wouldn't have a kneecap.
Which means you don't have a knee.
No, would you say that newborn babies don't have knees?
Newborn babies don't fight with lightsabers. Duh.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
If they're Jedi, they do.
No, they have to be like 4 or 5 before they can do that.
That's just a rumor.
Do you not understand what a youngling is?
Yeah, young.
It was a glancing blow. Yeah, a glancing blow could take your knee off.
Just a flesh wound.
It's but a flesh wound.
Come at me.
I have Oculus. I
Get
like the first one.
You can get a cream for that.
Favorite non-video Star Wars games would be Skyrim, Fallout, Diablo, Gorf.
That's not what he asked. Star Wars games that are not video games.
Star Wars Monopoly.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars D&D.
All right. So I was confused.
Star Wars Hide the Lightsaber.
All right. We used to play a Star Wars board game, and I can't remember what it was.
I used to have a Stratego Star Wars edition that was really cool.
What's Stratego?
It's a
Stratego?
Yeah, Stratego.
Okay.
What's Stratego?
Okay.
It's a war game.
Oh, okay. Kind of like strategy and go.
I like how he agreed, acted like he knew, and then immediately
you got it.
And I just dumped.
Sorry, I was a little late on that.
Life's a piece of...
Stop it.
I didn't do anything.
You're always doing stuff, man. Why? Why you do that?
The way I'm built, man.
You're built different?
Totally.
Built alternatively?
Do you like have like plates and stuff like in your forehead?
I have one here.
This is the horse incident?
No, the motorcycle incident.
Ah, okay. Oh, yes. And raise the Wookiee as your own.
You know, there's like an Age of Empires clone.
There it is.
Oh, I did the whip and I missed it.
You know,
I'll have to go back and watch the video
whip?
now.
He did the whip.
Here is getting too long. I'm a week and a half away from my scheduled haircut.
Wow. You schedule it that far out?
I have to schedule it like 2 months out. She gets booked up.
Ah.
Oh.
You got to
He's got
someone. He's got someone.
Got a haircut
that
person.
does his hair.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they're called, a haircut person. Is that what they call them in Ireland? A haircut person?
No, we call him.
I have a haircut person appointment.
So here's the thing.
What do they call them? Do they just call them barbers?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Barber stylist.
Stylist. Do you,
But
do you
Usually
go
I
to
go to a stylist. I don't get my hair styled or anything. It's just a normal.
well, when you're done your hair styling,
So
so
here's
that
the
makes
thing.
her a stylist.
There was 3 barbers in 3 different barber shops in my hometown of Mullingar, and they were all
Mullingar.
called.
Mullingar.
They were all called Frankie McIntyre. The 3 of them. I swear to
Of
God,
course they were.
their names were all Frankie McIntyre.
Not really.
Lightning can only strike twice so many times.
Not even slightly.
All right, time for lightning round where I squeeze in as many stories as I possibly can.
That's a story.
Well, yeah, but I want to get to these because
Okay.
I did some really hard work, and your
Okay.
story will always be there.
Okay.
My first story is Cameron's facing a wall. The next story is the next
For the
story.
second time in history.
Well, I took one of those for you, so technically it would be the third because I wouldn't let Pappy Claus get shot on Christmas. So here are the final scores. I went 7-1. Rob Brown went 6-2. Odie and Matthew both tied at 5-5, and Cameron only got or 5-3 rather, and Cameron went 4-4.
Okay, you said there was a tie, so I assumed it was a tie for last place.
Yeah, but I never said that.
It was a tie for
I never said
Miggle.
that. It was.
I knew it wasn't
It was a tie for mid, and so you guys tied for mid. So Cameron will be facing the wall in about 7 minutes. So please stay tuned on the stream
This
for
is
that.
the week to face the wall, though. You've got the lightsaber
Yes.
and everything.
Yes, it is.
You can have fun with that.
Yes, you are. And you get to tell me if the new gun really does hurt because
Yeah, it does.
Odie says it does. And anyway.
No. But Odie says it does because Odie was just wearing a t-shirt.
Yes.
And breeches, obviously. You know.
Yes. Breeches. Yes.
Breeches? You're wearing breeches?
Cameron
By the way,
has I'm going to shoot you in the helmet.
Chris says that Rob Brown is cheating. No, I beat Rob Brown. He just wasn't last. That's the thing. Everybody else in there. All right.
He cheated his way to not last.
Scuba divers are exploring the ocean off the coast of Florida, and they have made a startling discovery. A bizarre glowing what? What did they discover?
Fish.
Okay. What do you want to go with, Matthew? Bizarre glowing what?
Sea cucumber.
Wow. See, that would be. All right, Cameron.
You know
starfish.
All right.
Do you know the sea cucumbers vomit on you when you shake them?
Okay. All right. That's good to know. They found a glowing sea monster with 15 tentacles.
What?
While the creature looks a lot like a jellyfish and may have been misidentified as such over the years, it's actually a previously undiscovered member of the Hydromedusae family, which scientists have named Melicertum tropicalis. According to explorers Peter Schubert and Richard Collins, the creature's
How is that such an effort? Are you all right?
Schubert. The creatures live in saltwater columns and come to the surface only at night, which might explain why they went undiscovered
Like the
for so
freaks?
many years.
They must
Yes, they do come out at night.
Speaking.
Why is that a prop?
All right, hurry, because
Speaking
I
of
want to
things-
get to my next thing.
When I was
So-
in Australia, I was on the deck of a sailboat, and the captain said, "Here, look, if you disturb the water at night, the phytoplankton light up." And I disturbed the water, and I didn't use a stick.
did you use your hand?
No, I
All right, let's move on to the next story, which could have something to do with what he was talking about. A Colorado-based company is looking for a cow cuddling intern.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if here's what you've got to love animals, especially cows.
I do.
Have interpersonal personal skills.
Good night, everybody.
Positive attitude. That leaves you out. Moderate fitness level. That leaves a lot of us out. And must be 18 plus, 18 or older, and have a valid U.S. driver's license. That leaves another one of us out.
Why do you need a driver's license for a cow?
Because you got to get there. Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
get there.
Or if you're willing to cuddle the cows,
yeah,
they will give you an RV for free.
Sign me up.
So you have to go to Colorado where certain things are legal.
Sign me up.
So you can be stoned and hug a cow. I mean, which happens in Pickens County all the time.
And if you get really stoned, you won't even know if it's a cow you're hugging.
Yeah, well, just don't take it any further than that. Speaking, a New York City man has pled guilty to trying to sell a cougar. What part of the cougar is the man trying to sell? Keep it PG.
What kind of cougar is it?
What part of the cougar?
Yeah, but what kind of cougar first?
It's not a woman.
Okay.
It's not no. You wouldn't even know to go there. Why? No, like the animal, a cougar. A member of the cat family. Okay. A member. I feel. Anyway.
It's Dale.
No. Which part are they selling, Matthew?
Tooth.
Wow, that would be anticlimactic. All right, Cameron, which part are they selling?
The eyes?
No, they're selling the whole head. They're selling the whole head. A New York City man has entered a guilty plea after he was accused of attempting to sell a severed cougar head as well as other prohibited wild animal parts. Usher Weiss, 26, was busted. Yes, his name is Usher. In November, he danced all over the place. They still call him. November, after he met with an undercover investigator in his Brooklyn basement and sold him the cougar head for $900.
Hey, man, I got some cougar heads, man. You want to come up to the house and buy a cougar head? And I've got other bits from other animals too, man.
Well, speaking of that, according to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation,
was he selling?
He also offered the investigator a full cheetah head mount for $10,000. So I'll sell you the head, but the mount costs $10,000. The DEC reports, among other items, Weiss had for sale the skin of a seal pup. Let's get this dude sick. A taxidermied alligator, a tiger skin, cheetah skin, and an elephant foot.
That's probably illegal.
It's all illegal.
Yeah.
Yes, everything. You can't do that.
Why would you just sell a foot?
Who
wants a foot?
Well, I'm guessing you couldn't get the entire elephant.
Right.
So here's the thing.
You cannot get the entire elephant into your basement in New York.
If they took the elephant foot away from him, and then when he went to court, he wouldn't have had a leg to stand on.
The elephant wouldn't have.
I went to hurt.
Or if you took it away, yes. Instead, you're going to have to deal with something else. All right. In Taiwan, my dude was walking along, and he thought they were leaves, but they were not leaves because the leaves were moving, and it was
crabs.
A river of millipedes.
Oh, man.
Yes, a river of millipedes. It was in the Dalu forest.
The river
according
of
to
millipedes.
Yang Zhazhong, he saw a river of millipedes. So, yes, millipedes are creepy, man. They really are.
They've got like a million legs.
I think I might like them less than spiders.
Imagine all of that crawling all over you.
Yeah, way worse. Junibro says way worse than crabs,
legs.
for sure. Okay, thank you to everyone for tuning in to the Upstate Pulse. Make sure you jump on the stream right now, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X, because Cameron is facing the wall for like the second time ever.
And don't forget to tune in to Nighttime with Odie on Wednesday night when it gets really bad. But really good.
No, it's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's I mean, tune into it. All right.
Yeah, but it is nighttime.
Hey, have a great weekend,
May
everyone.
the force be with you. All right. It's
Also stream exclusive because we didn't get to the Star Wars and our top 3 Star Wars animated. Mine, just to put it out
I forgot,
there.
dude.
Number 3, Genndy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars from 2003. Number 2,
not
Star
canon.
Wars Visions. Number 1, the 08 Clone Wars series.
Mine was 3 Rebels, 2 Clone Wars, number 1 Bad Batch. You haven't watched Bad Batch?
I did.
Season 2's out. We haven't watched it yet. Just because you don't like my list doesn't mean it's not a good list. It's just not a list that's your list. So there. Yeah. Let's do this, man.
And I got to get the
Okay. All right. We can step to your left.
Is it a jump to the left?
No,
And then I step to the right.
Everything I own is on the left.
Dude, bro says, "Eat it, Cam."
Yeah. Can you help? Oh,
I'm
those are my shoes that you're kicking.
I can see her with this thing.
I am shoeless. Pick your poison, fellas. We got all kinds of guns over here. However you want to do it.
Okay, this one. This one.
All right, someone needs to watch the clock so we know when to. Yeah. Do
You might need to scoot over to the right.
You want to get over there? I mean, I could do that. I was trying to be.
Because I have another gun over here.
Okay, all right, fine.
You're using my
Don't stand up in the
blaster.
middle of the shooting. Over to your. Wait. Okay, all right. Are we ready yet?
Yeah, ready, 3. Oh, sorry. 5, 7, 12, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What?
Stop. There you go.
Oh, I had a dud. I think I'm done.
Jammed. Yeah.
You jammed Cameron's?
And that is why.
Wait, don't fix the jam while you're pointing it at me.
That is why the Mandalorians use buckshot on Jedi.
All right, thank you everybody for checking out the stream and all that kind of stuff. And we always have fun. It sucks to lose and be the guy on the wall, but it happens. Say goodbye, Odie.
Bye, Odie.
Say goodbye, Matthew.
Bye.
I'm gonna say goodbye for myself and the Sith, and we'll see you guys next week.